Number one then, and number one now.
You're listening to Heffron and Reep.
Heffron and Reep.
Rated number one podcast by the World Podcasting Federation and the Podcast Ranking Association. No, for reals. It says it right here.
Hey, everybody. It's John Heffron, John Reep. We got a podcast.
Whoa, Reep. Yeah.
It's called Heffron Reep Show. I'm mad because none of my equipment is working. I'm sweating. I've done this podcast for 10 years. I touch nothing. I literally don't even turn my computer on anymore or anything until this podcast. I've done nothing. And the things that I hit that are supposed to do things just stop. They just don't even do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, and you're a little bit grainy, like your voice. I mean, you're not your voice, but your picture's a little bit grainy. But it's okay. I can see you. I can hear you. And more importantly, both of us can see and hear the live comments that are happening right now because we are live. It is Monday, November the 15th, 7:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And real quick, I'm just doing this real quick. I see the comments from Dan, Lori, Bob, Zach, Shane, Lisa, 1 million. This crazy horse dude. Mandy, what's up, everybody? Here's the deal. We see the comments. We're going to respond to them in about 30 minutes. What we're going to do, this is the goal of today's show. Heffron and I are going to talk, get to know, catch up. It's been a minute since I've talked to my boy. You know, we took 2 weeks off or a week
Something
off.
like that.
And then in 30 minutes in, around the 8 o'clock mark, we're going to check your comments, and it's going to be about you. So I hope you like that idea. John, what's up? What do you
First,
think of that?
so I'm angry about the sound. I'm angry about the internet. I need to get Elon Musk's internet or something crazy. Randomly, nice to see you. You look tan. You look rested. I might think I even think you might have makeup on. Is there a chance you have makeup on?
Not today, but I did have makeup on Sunday, which was yesterday.
Why do your eyes? Do you have new lighting? Because your eyes and everything looks.
No, the lighting's the same as far as I know, but I will confess, I've done some things. Like so my whole goal, I went on a cruise. In case, you know, for those of you just joining me in my life and John Heffron, I did a cruise called the Reeps Peeps Comedy Cruise. And a lot of my fans go and family and friends. And I knew I was going to get engaged on this trip, which we'll get into that. I knew I was going to get engaged. And I knew photos are going to happen. So I took all of October off not drinking. I did a whole sober October. My goal was to look ripped and as hot as I could humanly be at my age and with my skin for this cruise. So I quit drinking. I had a double timed my workouts. I even went to a tanning bed at Planet Fitness a couple days before, and I put on this tanning mousse, but it's slowly coming off. And I did get some sun for real on the cruise as well. So it's a combination of all that, buddy.
That's what I see. Yeah. Well, you're looking good. And I'm trying not to move because I have horrible AOL internet. So many things to talk about. One, we need to I'm not in any comedian beef. And there seems to be a lot of comedian beefs. You know, with their younger guys or guys who I don't even know. They're not in. I don't even have a circle. But I'm excited. Yeah. Like when I read about these beefs between comedians, and it's all like the same crew. It's kind of like watching The Housewives. It's exciting, and I'm excited that younger comic fans, probably guys that like these guys, are probably 16 years old. Boys, right? 16, 17-year-old boys. They get to see these comedian beefs because when in the 80s, I got to see Debbie Gibson versus Tiffany. So it's kind of cool that there's a lot of comedian beefs now, so those kids can experience some of the same stuff that I experienced as a young lad.
I'm curious though. I'm not into the. I don't know the current beefs going on. I know old school beefs. Like the old school beef I remember was Sam Kinison and Bobcat Goldthwait. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know current beefs. I do know it's a lot of your comedians that are into the MMA a lot. They seem to have.
Here's what's hilarious.
A lot of testosterone. I think some guys suffer from high T.
Well, here's what's funny. Go on, because I know you don't watch a lot of YouTube podcasts. Like I kind of do, and it shows up under the recommended thing. So that's kind of like how, and maybe YouTube is just always grabbing the same dudes. But dude, there's 10 podcasts with comedian podcasts where all they do is talk about Rogan. Every podcast is a breakdown of him, or he's a goat, or he's like, it's literally so much content. It's literally talking about Joe Rogan for some of these guys is equivalent of an 80s comic talking about airline food. Wow. That makes sense. Remember when that was the same premise at everybody. There's so many podcasts and they're all like funny guys and they're friends of ours, but I just click through and everyone, it has like a 2 hour, even though I guess we're doing it right now. So I'll stop, but it's just,
well, I wonder if that's a formula for, I wonder. So you're saying it's people we know. So they are legitimately funny.
They're funny guys, but everybody talks about like,
is it like against subject. Rogan, for Rogan, or they just
depends
get on the
who
subject?
Yeah. It depends on just who you're watching. And then the YouTube thing is always so-and-so takes down so-and-so. I think everybody's in cahoots. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any real. Yeah, I don't think there's any real beefs. And what's fun too, and I say this all as somebody who enjoys all of this as entertainment. It's not me complaining about anything. Like shock, like a lot of podcasts now that I listen to, by the way, are very shock jockey and confrontational.
Yeah.
Right. And they're younger comics, so they don't know that that's what every morning radio show did 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. There's like if you're younger, you kind of think, oh man, no one's done a relationship bit like this before. And you go, oh, you need to watch Evening at the Improv in 1982. There's 5 people. So a lot of people, there's this guy in LA who I hated, but loved to listen to him. I think he passed away. But I loved his show. He was just so good at getting me mad, which is just good entertainment. Was this guy called Tom Likas?
Yeah.
Right. So like there's like, to me, there's like 5 of these comics who have podcasts that are literally doing him. Right. But just doing a younger podcast version.
Yeah.
Just everything's aggressive and it's a thing. And and like it's so.
Well, sadly, that seems to be what works because that's what Facebook's algorithm was. It's like we're going to, retweet or reshare the things that are anger based and not friendly based like me, which is sad because we need to share the love.
Yeah, I saw a great special. Here. So I want to know about your cruise. I want to know about your engagement. So this weekend I was at, let me just throw this out there real quick. Thank you everybody who came out to the Comedy Castle, all sold out shows. And I just really wanted that to happen because 2 buildings down from me, Nate, and I always say his last name wrong, Bagatti. I have like a weird, not a phobia of saying names. Like I get stressed when I have to say a name that's just not easy.
Yeah. I've heard it pronounced Bargatze.
So
yeah,
Nate, as I like to call him.
Yeah. He
was performing 2 doors down from me this weekend.
Also a great 90s band.
Right? Like,
wasn't it?
Bugatti?
No, 3 doors down, 2 doors down.
3 doors down. I'll be your Superman. I won't home, right? What song did they sing?
Yeah. Oh, it's 5 a.m. I must be lonely. No,
that's Matchbox 20.
Oh, yeah.
What's Three Doors Down? I'm on bones of bone, on bones of burns, on birds.
Somebody tell us in the comment section. In a minute, we're going to look at it. What was Three Doors Down best known for?
I won't be your Superman. I want some bone.
That could be it.
Anyway, so he was performing at this at the Royal Oak Music Theater, which is a really nice theater. Horrible for comedy. Horrible.
Yeah.
But I'm at the Comedy Castle, so I go see him because I want to get a picture with him and my fiance Michelle, because her kids just saw him in Nashville 2 days earlier.
Okay.
And he's a super nice guy. So I'm like, I just want to go get a picture, and maybe he'll do a video shout out that I can text them, and then I get some street cred.
Exactly. You got to make the ladies' kids happy, dude.
So we show up. I do my show. I get there, meet all his openers, and everybody's super cool. But I walk in this place, and he sold 1 billion tickets that weekend. Mm-hmm. Every show sold out. Probably sold 5,000 tickets.
Wow.
Damn. 35 miles away from me that weekend, Bill Burr was performing.
Oh no.
And you go a little bit to the left, Bert Kreischer is the thing. So we sold.
Wait, okay. Okay. Well, Detroit's a big city. So, there's a lot of people.
It was a good weekend for comedy in Detroit. It was
I was going to say, like, if you were in some small town, then it would be like one person no one would go to somebody. But you did well. You sold out.
When Zanie walked in to see him, and I could be, I'm wrong with the numbers, but let's say there's 2,000 people. Everybody, when I walked in this theater, how some venues just aren't, you would think that they'd be set up for this awesome thing.
Yeah.
2,000 people are talking, and I'm not exaggerating. His opener, who I listened to, was extreme. I just heard nothing but talking all the way from the back, all the way till we went backstage and talked to him for a second. And I was like, dude, the crowd, and it's just one of those places that are cursed, and it's just set up where, I'm sure tickets were expensive, but just.
Did they talk during Nate's set as well?
We were there for a little, because it's so big and there's this middle bar with no seats. It's literally the middle bar probably has 300 people standing around it.
Yeah.
Right. So if you have first row from 1 to 30, you're probably enjoying the show.
Right.
The other 1,500 people behind you are not, which gets me mad because Mark Ridley's place is such a good place to be. Acoustics and just how they are, that I know comics that have now who had dates with Ridley who've canceled on him to go to that place to perform. And I'm just saying that was a super dumb move on your part. You're going to hate every moment. But anyway, so I see Nate.
Well, hang on. Before we move on, I'd like to have some follow-up questions to everything you said. Okay. So that being said, it was people standing in the front, so they had chairs in the front, so they're seated there.
Chairs, and, in the back, and then there's a center bar.
Center bar is
you kind of stand because the place is huge, right? Because in the 90s, I used to go there there's like dance club where DJ Urban Chris was. It was a great place. It's a great place, but I think I had my first comedy show there. I saw Richard, who's the guy with long hair from New York. He was on like Ellen. Oh, Richard
Lewis. Richard Lewis.
And I remember him walking on stage with a dot matrix printer. Remember those printers that you peel off the sides that had the circles?
Yeah.
And he had his whole set written out or typed out on that. And it was on a piano, and he read it the whole time. He like looked every bit. He would look, and I was like 18 or 19, and I've done comedy for 6 months. And I was like, is this? You just look at your notes the whole time?
Yeah.
You don't have to memorize any of that.
That's
but anyway, so saw Nate.
Wait, hang on. I'm not done.
Cool. Okay.
Okay. So, how do you play that? Like, if it's John Heffron and you're on stage, and you know that the first half of the room is kind of listening and the back half is not because they're trying to get beer, do you ignore that and just play to the people listening, or do you stop? And I mean, I guess you have to ignore it.
After I won Last Comic, I played there and I did like 5 shows there, and everyone I was super drunk. So that's how I played.
Mm-hmm. You just have to get drunk with them.
You have to get drunk and just not care.
Yeah.
But I've done corporate events that are like that, where you go and it's just people in the back. You know how like you at a corporate event, they have those mini bars that are in the back. Yeah. And people just stand there, and you figure you're making a lot of money. You just keep talking.
Yeah. I had one of those hell gigs like that in Nashville when I first got with William Morris Endeavor in Nashville. Mm-hmm. And they have a lot of great country music artists, and they were like, "You're going to be perfect. We're going to pair you with these guys." And in my head, I'm going like, I know it's probably a good fit, but I know that it means I'm going to be performing at a music venue. Yeah. And I know that's going to suck, but I'm putting on this face like, I can't wait to work with that guy, And so anyway, I go to Nashville to do a showcase, and it's like all these buyers from all these fairs and venues all over the country. And William Morris Endeavor is putting on a show, and there's music. And then I have to go up on stage after a couple of musicians, and there's some after me too. And as soon as I get up there, everyone kind of like turns around and goes to the bar right behind on the other side of the room. And I'm like, thanks for setting me up for success, William Morris Endeavor. I felt like I had to roast them for even putting me in this position.
I did a corporate event once, and I literally said on stage, I'm talking, and I go, if you can hear me, clap, and just nothing.
Oh, wow.
And I look at the audience again. I go, if you can hear me, just clap twice. Nothing. Dude, I'm talking 600 people. Not one person went like that. Just nobody was talking. And then I go, so I can just literally say anything. Nobody's paying attention.
Wow.
I go, what about the sound guys? I go, flash your light like that. And I saw one lone pen light just in the thing. So I'm like, oh man.
So you just start talking to him probably. It's like, what do you
like, hey, so where do you get Potter on it? Yeah, it was weird.
But
Nate, yes, super cool. And I like that Nashville vibe. You get to go. You're actually at Zanie's, I think. I'm stalking you a little bit for like next week. No,
I'll be there the weekend after Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Weekend after Thanksgiving.
So Thanksgiving's on Thursday. I'll be at Zanie's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't hold on as we'll show you. So I started playing this game online. It just it's called Upland Property Trading. So, and I'm probably killing my internet by trying to open this app. So basically, you buy property in the what's the new universe that everyone talks about? Not the Twitterverse. Metaverse, right?
I mean, so you buy making or whatever.
Yeah. So you buy property, okay? And I know I'm not making eye contact with you. I just want to show you. So you go to real places and you buy real property in the metaverse that are actual real addresses, right?
Wait, when you say actual real addresses, you mean like URL addresses or actually physically land that I could go stand on and live and breathe?
It's the real, like, so in real life, and I'm trying to find it.
Yeah.
In real life, oh no, that's the wrong one. In real life, it exists, right? And there's people that actually own it. But in the Twitter or whatever verse we just said, other people can own it, and you buy it with like a cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
And then you sell it, and then people are like doing this. It's like Monopoly. You're playing Monopoly with real addresses and real cash.
But you don't actually own it. Other people actually.
Yeah, you don't own the real, like the real place.
Yeah. But they're using real addresses and real like satellite images of it and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I'm going to show you a picture, and I just want you. Oh, I wish.
That's a slippery slope, dude.
No.
Because
So,
if
okay. So I
someone-
can't. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, let's just say in the real world, which you and I live and everyone else, I buy a home and then now I find out that other people think that they own my home in a fake world, but they've actually spent real money on it. I can see this being a slippery slope that goes into some court and it's like, well, he didn't know he wasn't buying your actual land. And according to this, you have to now, you know what I mean? Like it could be slippery slope.
Will you do me a favor real quick while can you have us, will you look up the address? Because I was going to show you a video or a thing that would have been funnier. So
right.
I bought.
You want me to do this or Alan to do it?
Look up Zanie's Nashville, where you are the weekend after Thanksgiving, and give me the address.
Zanie's, okay, it's 2025.
2025, okay.
8th Avenue.
8th
South.
Avenue?
8th Avenue South.
Okay, so hold on. I got to show you this. Oh, just please show me. Just for once in my life, do something.
That's Zanie's Comedy Club in Nashville. I'll be there.
Okay, so I'm going to show you my thing. Yeah. So I bought a bunch of property. There's going to be a lot of club owners that are really pissed. So guess what I own in the whatever verse, right?
Well, I'm going to guess Zanie's Comedy Club.
No.
You own, move it to the right, other way. Stop. You own the condo. You own the old house.
I own the Comedy Condo at Zanie's.
So what does that mean? What does that actually mean? Okay, first of all, I love it. That's great. You probably actually could physically open the door in real life as well. You know what I mean? You probably
own the Comedy Club. I can't wait to talk to Dorfman. I owned the Comedy Club. I almost own the whole street. I own that. There used to be a bar that's across from Zanie's, and it's all those like weird stores.
It's like a jazzy type thing or something.
I own it all, dude. And then I'm only in Chicago and Nashville because I can't figure out an app how you travel to other cities. So I bought Zanie's. Yeah. So I'm kind of like the owner, and it cost me.
Cost you what?
Bid on it. Somebody owned it, right? So then I had bid, but I didn't have enough whatever UPX credits. So then you have to buy real credits. So
I'm confused, dude. I am so confused. So look, I know in the real world that Comedy Condo exists. I know you actually don't own it, but you went to a fake meta universe, and you said that
I sold the property.
But did you end up spending real money?
Yes. But I spent real money.
How are you going to get that real money back in the real world?
I have a bunch of properties, have bought my properties, and it's crypto. So I have a wallet. I have a crypto wallet that I'm like, dude, I'm pretty much a tycoon. I mean, look at my little, I got a little truck. That's my symbol. And it's go on. I just own stuff, bro.
I'm so confused. I don't know how it translates into physical real dough. If you're spending money on something, right, you should own something.
I do. I own it in the fake in the new reality. Yeah. When the whole world becomes metaverse and everyone has headsets, right?
Wow, your picture just got really clear. It's like the metaverse was listening. And it's like, oh, there it goes. It's like you took the green pill or the red pill in the Matrix and something happened.
Right. I'm trying not to move. I can hear you. The audio's fine. That's why I'm trying to. But so I own that. So, if you're staying at the condo there, just if there's any upkeeps that you want to let me know about, let me know. And then I'll let the actual owners know.
Wow, that's insane.
Fun.
So what do you think about this new? So you got the ocular device, right?
I have that, yeah, but this is just an app on your phone, and you go and what happens is like your guy can mine for cryptocurrency, and then as your guy's mining, if people come onto your land, they have to pay you for coming onto your property.
Now I'll have questions with the ocular device.
Okay.
Isn't this what the new Facebook metaverse is going to be, is with ocular device.
Yeah. And remember,
so if I don't have that, I won't be able to participate.
Well, this you can just do on your app. I think the whatever metaverse, I think everybody's going to jump on board. And because I remember I bought that Oculus device during COVID, like a year ago. And there's no reason you would ever have to leave your house. You won't even need to buy furniture or make your place look cool. You could live in a square room with just brick walls and then wear that headset, and then your place is tricked out. It's
is
whatever
the picture
you want.
that great? Like when you have it on,
you don't know the difference of a real person. Or I have a bar fight game on there that you're in a bar and you're just walking around and you can just start smashing dudes. And then you can grab like the trivia game that they have on the bar and hit people with it. This one dude got up from his bar stool and like bowed up and started walking towards me. My heart, like, I literally was like, I'm about to get my ass kicked. Like, it was scary. It was everything. And it was,
did you create your own sort of emoji? Like, did you create what you look like?
I think you could, or you had to pay money for skins.
Yeah.
So I didn't.
Yeah.
But it's fun. That's fun. But it's
so
just
what you do mostly on that. Look, I've almost bought some just because I thought like, well, if I travel all the time and I can't get the smart TV in my hotel room to play the Netflix thing that I want, if I had that, I could wear it on a plane. I could possibly
need Wi-Fi. You could sit. I busted mine. I was doing like a workout thing and my thumb hit the top and I shot it across the room and it's unfixable. But I was watching Netflix on it and I made my apartment. So I lived it like I was in this loft apartment that overlooked some city. And I sat on this couch that was like 20 feet long and I watched Netflix. Like in your brain, you just look and you can just watch. You're watching Netflix on 100-foot screen and then you can turn to your left and see your kitchen.
Well, that'd be great for like if you're laying in bed, you just lay flat on your back, right,
dude?
It's okay. So here's what's stopping me, because there's that little thing in my head where it's like I'm gonna look like the two nerds on 16 Candles, where there's three nerds in 16 Candles. There's the main nerd, which was what's his name, Anthony Michael Hall,
right?
Okay. But he has two friends which are nerds under him. One was played by John Cusack.
Right. And they knock over all the beer cans.
Yeah.
And stuff.
But there's that scene where he goes after he delivers the girl that he potentially raped to like.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot of 80s movies.
When he pulls up to his nerd friend's house and he goes to the window and he knocks on the window, these guys open the window and they're both wearing these weird things, these goggles, and they've been doing something nerdy as shit. And then it's dark in the room and he's with a real girl. And he's trying to explain to them, like, look, and at some point he goes, take those ridiculous things off your head.
Right. In
my brain, if I'm caught wearing an Oculus device, I'm one of those nerds. But maybe it's time.
I think it is. And the only thing I would suggest is mine's busted, so I haven't used mine in a year. But what Facebook does now, if you want to use it, you have to log into your Facebook page to use it now. So if Facebook just wants to know. And let's say you don't want Facebook knowing everything. So if you get one, create a fake Facebook page as your login. Like that's how You
mean for anything at all?
No, for the Oculus, for you to put it on and play a game, it makes you now, the new ones, log into your Facebook account.
Even if you don't want to do Facebook activities.
It just logs in. Yeah, because it's a Facebook company. So it's just grabbing.
Oh, Facebook bought Oculus.
Yes.
Got it.
So that's, and then I'm grandfather claused in where I don't have to sign in. That's, it's getting a little creepy. So I would create a fake one and then get it though.
That's going to hurt the guys that are trying to watch adult films on those things. Because I feel like that's one of the main reasons to have it. It frees up your hands.
Well, you don't know, like back in the day, we've been younger. right? Back before we were engaged, fellas, we would hit adult sites, and they always had the share. Like, remember when like they first came out?
Right.
There's always
Who
the share button,
share button on the
you're like, I'm not gonna post this like on Facebook. Like, oh,
right.
You won't believe this.
Why is
right?
that there?
Like this?
But there are people who do that.
I don't.
I've had friends in the
circle.
past send me, go like, dude, have you seen this one? I'm like, what are you doing? Get out of here. No, I don't want you sending me things that you think I should pleasure myself to.
Don't you think, though, that whole thing, though?
Because now I'm thinking of you, thinking of me.
Yeah. Haven't you become like so desensitized? Like, well, of course, maybe it's just the age I am, but nobody shares that type of dirty stuff anymore because you're like, I like this isn't. Your girl has her. Yeah, I remember when I was in high school renting, and I have it up. Well, you can't see with the shot, but like up here, like the movie Hot Dog or Hard Bodies.
Oh yeah.
There were some 80s movies that weren't like not even softcore porn. It was literally like just a girl with her shirt off for like a half of a second. And we would rent that every weekend because you're like, there's that one part. You can have Sonny at night. You can have Sonny and breakfast for breakfast, I think. Anyway.
I remember when we first got HBO, and my mom was very dead set against me watching anything with nudity or strong sexual content, all that kind of stuff. But I think she felt like during the daytime, HBO, there's no way HBO would let something like that come on the daytime, right? In her mind. And for the most part, it didn't. But I remember you get the little magazines with HBO that had like what's coming up, what movies are with all the ratings and stuff. Had the whole month of what's going to come out when. And I had it, and I moved over to one Saturday. I'm like, oh my gosh, at 1:00, they're going to play this stupid movie. And it says nudity. And it's a dumb movie. I forgot what it was. I had no interest in it whatsoever, except for that. And I remember I had it on, and she was like vacuuming or something. And she happened to walk in the room while this girl's boobs are out. And she immediately started yelling at me. I was like, I didn't know, but I knew.
What's the dirtiest movie you remember as a kid, like at that age?
I got it.
That wasn't, you know what I mean? Like not an adult film.
Oh, not an adult film. Well, probably before all of it was probably first thing that pops out is Porky's. I remember seeing Porky's and thinking, oh, there's a lot. That shower scene in Porky's, the scene where the girl goes up into the men's locker room, she smells the socks, and she starts howling like a dog, like Lassie, who was played by Kim Cattrall, I think.
Yeah. That movie too, Porky's, you couldn't do now.
No.
They were like glory hole. Like you couldn't do it.
It's a glory hole. They were peeping Toms.
Yeah, you couldn't do it.
Put your penis through the hole. There's so many things you can't do from those days. But I can tell you the first adult one too that was borderline. Because you remember back in the day, dude, you had the rating system. You got G, PG, R, X.
And
then it moved up. And then over the years, there was PG-13. Then there's NC-17. Then there's like XX, XXX. Then I don't know what happens after that, but I remember seeing the first X right after R, not a hard X, just one X.
Right.
Does this make any sense? Because okay, and it was Lady Chatterley's
Lover. That's the one I was going to tell you. There's three of them, by the way.
Yeah. It was the first one, and it was a big orgy scene with food that I remember. It was very
dirty.
gluttonous. Yeah.
Yeah, when that would come on, that was probably the dirtiest one I'd ever seen. Like I was like, this is crazy. It can't get to any other level than this.
Right. And that if you remember correctly, it's just an X, right? Am I wrong here? It's not like I read they don't show. No, dude. I bet you on Telemundo you see more. Like they didn't show anything. Like you see it. There was actually no insertion that you saw. But
no, you didn't. I don't. Yeah,
you saw bodies flying around and you saw nude parts, but you never saw something going into something.
No, never. I think that was I remember going to like hotels. I maybe at 16 or 17, we're going to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, or, Carter Caves, Kentucky. And you'd stay at hotels. And if you wanted to rent a movie, God, I just sound old. You'd go to the front desk and you'd buy a plastic key. Do you remember these?
Gosh, no, go ahead.
And then there was a box on top of the TV, and you'd stick the plastic key in there, and then you would turn it, and then the end would break off of the plastic key, but then it unlocked like the 5 channels that were on.
Wow.
So if I don't even know what movie, but there was like adult films on there.
Yeah.
But it was whatever time you started. So if it was an HBO movie, I can't even think of something that would have been on back then. And it started at 7, and then you did that at 7:30. You missed a half hour of it.
Wow.
But I remember one time we checked in to Carter Caves, and I think my everybody was unloading cars, and I just went in, turned on TV, and you must rent it for 24 hours, I think. Mm-hmm. So whoever had the room the night before checked out of the hotel, left, and that stuff was still going.
Yeah. For
24 hours. And I remember I've seen it. And then
wait, how old are you? You're like 17, 18?
I'm a teenager. Like, this is some high level, high level stuff. I think everybody was going out to eat, and I was playing sick. Like, I gotta stay back. I can't go. Like, just doing everything just because I knew.
Yeah.
And then
you guys go ahead. I can't move.
And then I think my dad might have found the channel, and then if I remember correctly, like, then we all got kicked out. But I knew. Like,
that's
you have
hilarious.
a great dad, like porn. So, but it was like, I got kicked in, and everyone's like, why do we have to go exploring or spelunking or whatever it's called when you.
I'm going to do that in my room by myself. I'm going to do all the spelunking I can. I'm going to tell you this one, and let's move on. But I could do this all night.
Yeah.
When we first got cable, HBO, blah, 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 the Playboy channel was the thing. And, sometimes they give you a free weekend of it or something like that. Anyway, we had the Playboy channel for a minute.
When was this?
This would have been, I'm trying to think. I was in middle school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was channel 17. The Playboy channel was channel 17.
You should sell. Wait, was this in Hickory?
Yes.
How many? If you sold t-shirts, just like old Hickory t-shirts, and it just said channel 17, like, how many people your age would be like channel 17?
That's interesting. I kind of want to do that now, but you can make the 17 look like the actual channel, like the digital font that they used on the actual box. I would make it look like the box, and just like that red tint of 17.
Just sell it.
Just highlighting.
Dude. Just go Hickory new shirt, and that's all. We're done. Don't put the word Playboy. Don't put nothing. And everybody 17. who gets it would 100% get it.
Yeah, my brother would totally get it, because this story includes him. My dad went to a neighbor's house. Mom and dad went to a neighbor's house to play cards, and he knew that we knew that channel 17 was the Playboy channel, and I remember him saying, like, don't you dare turn it to channel 17 while we're gone. Okay. Mm-hmm. Don't do it. And we said, of course not, Daddy. We're not going to do that. As soon as he leaves, my brother and I work out a system where it's like one of us is going to stand at the window for 10 minutes and the other one gets to watch the Playboy channel. And then 10 minutes later, we switch. We change shifts. And it was a good system until I forgot who was on this watch. But my dad, he did this move because the neighbor's house was close enough to walk to. They did drive, but it was close enough to walk. So what he did was he pulled close enough to the house, turned his lights off where we didn't notice it. And he walked up the driveway. And before you knew it, he was at the door in the house. And I had the remote. And I went like, click. And he goes, "You're on 18. I know you were just a 17." Or something like that. It's like, I was just going forward. You called me in a moment of time or something like that. Right. But we were so busted.
I used to have like when Cinemax first came out, and then I used to have it where I plug in whatever Nickelodeon, or I don't even know a channel, and then I'd have my finger on the back button or last channel.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even mess with going forward or back. I just in the whole time you just had that one little.
You're ready
thumb.
to roll any second. Yeah. That's great.
All right.
17. Let's move on.
Dude, I'm wondering, my internet today is so, I might have to go back to the trailer. I go back to the trailer every time, the camper, when it's freezing outside. But I think I might have to. And I think I might have to get your background, bring it to the trailer, and then that way it just looks like we're in the same place. So,
that'd be interesting.
Have Alan let me know where he got that fake brick wall behind you.
I could totally tell you. A guy named Brian. He does this stuff. I'll send it to you.
Will he send me big enough of what? Dude, my one eye is getting.
It's just we put this on like a piece of like, I don't know, sheetrock or not sheetrock, but some styrofoam type deal. Mm-hmm. It's just like, and we just put it on because behind this wall, it's just a boring wall. At least this brick looks pretty good. But yeah, I can hook you up with that.
So, oh wow, so we're already at 41. I'm afraid to talk because of my internet. So,
well, you can ask me questions about this.
I want to ask about that, and then I have another question I want to ask. So, one, I see your let's talk about that. I wasn't going to say anything because you didn't bring anything up, and I was like, well, you have a wedding ring on, but you just. God, we have so much, but you just got engaged.
That's right.
That would be crazy to get engaged and get married like a week later. Who does that?
I mean, or it could be, what if I got engaged and this is my engagement ring? Why is it the girl that always gets the engagement ring? Why is it that way? Perhaps during my engagement, I'm the one who got the ring.
Is that a thing you think? No, but because of that attitude, right? Because everything, all the lines are now blurred. You're not supposed to be this way. You could be too toxic male. You could be too male. I don't need doors open for me. Right now, just the rules of just engagement, not engagement, but just life, right? You don't know what to call people. There's 47 different possibilities you can be as a human now. I read.
Right. Yeah.
So it's just everything's up in there. So are more women asking their guy to get married? Or,
probably. I'll bet you it is happening more often, and that's a great topic. That's a great angle.
Guys can't like that though. Right? Like, doesn't that just feel like that's just.
Yeah. I mean, I'd feel weird if Jody had got down on one knee.
Right?
And then I'm like, what? Honey, let me do it. I'll take it from here. No, I asked her to marry me. I got her a ring. I gave it to her. The only reason I'm wearing this is because I did a movie on yesterday, called Something Here. And I play a high school history teacher named Mr. Jones, who happens to be married, and they have a props division. So I'll have glasses on in this film. I'm wearing a nice little zip-up sweater, and my hair's all combed over to one side.
On your Instagram.
Yeah, so they said, well, and this lady comes over with like 18 different pairs of glasses. She goes, what kind would Mr. Jones wear? I'm like, I didn't go that deep in this.
Yeah, I'm not that much of a meta actor.
Why don't you pick me one? And then she goes, what kind of wedding ring would he want? It opens up all these rings. I'm like, oh, he's probably basic. I'll take this. And so I just grabbed a generic gold band, and I forgot to give it to him. And I took a picture of it and sent it to Jody. I was like, look, honey, I just couldn't wait. But this has nothing to do with the actual proposal that happened on the cruise ship just recently.
All right. So let's unpack a lot. And I'm trying not to move. And by the way, my hazy thing I have is just it's a filter that I have so I don't look old. Wedding rings. Let's talk. Isn't it weird when you first get married? Because we've had pasts before. We've had alternate lives. When you first get it, you kind of hate it, like really bad. Like at least you're clanging it on stuff, and you're like, "This thing, I'm never gonna."
Oh, the ring, yeah.
And then when you don't have it, it feels weird.
You feel naked.
It feels weird. Like like you don't have it, right?
Yeah, you're always doing this.
Do you
you're
think?
Always,
Oh my eye. Do you think that items like that, and this isn't a autobiographical thing on me or you. This is just a general question. Do you think like jewelry has a vibe or a history to it? Do you mean like a certain type of heebie-jeebie? Like if you like when we got engaged, we were looking at all these 1900 wedding rings, like old antique wedding rings. And then I ended up not getting one. I ended up getting like the same style, but not from the 1900s. Because I just thought, what if that wedding ring was on somebody who had a horrible life? You don't know. Right? You don't know if it was just like a horrible marriage and it was super. So do you believe that like jewelry or any of that has, what's the word I'm trying to say? Like has
Mojo.
a kind of spirit or like a funk to it?
Well, yes, there is a episode of the Brady Bunch where they go to Hawaii
with the
necklace. Yeah,
that
and they
true.
take something from the land that they shouldn't have taken or whatever. It's got mojo. It's got a hex on it or something. It's
because I know nothing about jewelry, and I also can't say the word. It's a weird thing. I can't say the word.
I laughed out loud the first time you said it. Like your mouth moved in a way I've never seen.
I can't say it. It's one of those where I can't
hang on, let me say
jewelry. Now it just seems I'm being racist. Jewelry. I can't say it. Literally can't say the word. What's
jewelry?
What was the Fonz?
You sound drunk when you say it. No matter who you are, you sound shit faced when you say jewelry.
But like what? Then the Fonz always like I love.
Yeah, I couldn't say love. I really. Yeah.
So I don't know. I have no stats. I don't even know in my past life what happened with. So if a woman gets divorced, do they usually sell that ring? I don't have an answer to this. I don't know. Do they pawn that ring? Obviously, if that's how people. Right,
let's ask the listeners because we got to go to the live comments anyway. Because
okay. So I have two questions. If whatever questions I guess we can back up, John, because you're going to read them because I won't. So I have two questions. Do you usually pawn the ring? Because you probably, if you're a woman and you have a daughter, you want to give her, this is the ring from me and your dad that it just failed miserably. Here's the diamond. So they got to cash that in. I'm just assuming. I don't know. I don't know the answer.
Okay. That's question one.
Okay, because rings are important, right? Like wedding ring, the diamond, it just like they stare at if it's good, it's a cool thing. Do guys have the same feeling about their ring? Or if I give you a rubber, like, just one of those rubber ones or even a rubber band and go, that's your marriage, would you care?
Right. Would
you wear a used, right? So you went to a store and there's just a wedding band. A dude's one. Okay, these are so many questions. Would you wear it? Would you buy it and go, that's $200 cheaper than the new one? Sure, I'll get that one. Or would you wear, or is it totally wrong? I never would. I just want to make sure that everyone knows I never would. To wear your old one and you just like sage it. Because it's
sage it, yeah.
Like, is there a company that like like takes out the bad and like, do you know what I'm saying? I have so many questions here.
I think you might be on to a good new business because guys a lot of guys don't like spending money unnecessarily. You've already got the same gold. I mean, it's gold or whatever it is. Why go buy other gold and make it the same size? Why can't you take the bad mojo wedding ring to a
freeze
place?
It, some super ice. And when it thaws, you say a prayer. And when it thaws, it arrives new. It is a new gold and a new, like, why can't
like
that?
Melt it, refreeze it. It's a thing. Maybe just like melting it and refreezing it does something. Maybe that gets the bad mojo out. You can make up a whole business. And
because I don't know, mine, I'm sure didn't cost a lot. I have no idea where it is. Like I didn't pawn it, right?
I lost mine.
Oh, you threw it. Like I thought of a couple times, but like just lost it. Right. So maybe a lot of guys don't have theirs. Like you toss it or you throw it or it gets thrown back at you or I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I have so many questions.
Let's go to the comment section, John.
I have another big question too.
Oh,
crap.
Go ahead.
This one's bigger than I think the ring one. Do we have time? Do you want to address maybe some of the ring ones? Then I want to do the next one. I'm
clicking on the comments and I'm just going to go.
Let's go to the.
No, I definitely need to buy a new one, says Lori. Okay. Joel Pace, guys, I don't care. Wrap a ramen noodle around my finger, says Joel Pace, who we both know and love very much.
And if
you know
hungry,
Joel, huh?
Yeah, like a fruit roll up. Like they should make rings you can eat. Like you just get like a box of 30, and every day you put it on, and then on the way home from work you can just eat it.
Yeah, there's a football player. Oh, what's his name? A quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals. He was a ginger. What was his name? The redheaded guy for the Bengals for a long time.
I won't know.
Forgot his name. Anyway, his wedding ring was just a piece of rubber because he wanted to show everyone he was married, but he didn't want to hurt himself or trap.
They make those now. They have those at stores. I've had they're pretty cool. I actually, side note, I know you're going to read some more questions. I saw wedding bands that couples could get. That is your heartbeat, right? It's Wi-Fi connected somehow. Mm-hmm. And if you had it and then Jody had hers, you could feel their heartbeat in the ring. And I'm like, wow. That's a woman's tracking device, because if it's 3:00 in the afternoon and suddenly she feels the ring just she's gonna call and go, you better be on a treadmill.
Yeah.
Like why is your heartbeat racing
at
80 at 3:00 in the afternoon?
Yeah, why? Yeah, and why did it only last for 10 minutes?
Yeah, so
I know you weren't sprinting on the treadmill. Or maybe 5. Why did it only last 1 minute?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I was just a dumb thought. We get, as men, we get circumcised. Okay. Then that circumcision, it's basically a ring, right? It's like a little piece of calamari. Okay. Why can't we take that, freeze it, and then let the girl give that to us? That's dumb. I'm done with it.
Yeah. No, I'm going to say no.
I was just
thinking
it's a ring. Yeah, it's hard.
That's a hard no.
All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. Shane says, new relationship, new rings. There you go. Mm-hmm. I think you're right.
Because I did that, by the way. I was just, man, my one eye is so, I got pink eye when this week started, and I've been putting stuff in it. And then when I got on, it's not pink eye, it's just red. I might be dying. Yeah. And I lied to everybody on stage and said I poked my eye right before I went on stage. It wasn't true. I just had to have a reason why my eye was so red. Anyway,
Shane
back to the
said back in the day, certain hotels, motels had XXX channels as a draw to get people to stay there. Oh yeah, there's a whole chain of hotel motels that was their thing. Free
Remember, because you would do the all access, right, John? Mm-hmm. Like you would go, I'm only going to buy one. And then the night hits you, and then you're like, I'm going to buy that 24-hour all access pack. I'm here till Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Missy Witless.
Right.
Not sure how to pronounce that last name, but you were asking the first sort of movie you saw that wasn't X, but it was kind of like a hard R. Mm-hmm. And I agree with her. The Blue Lagoon, dude. The Blue Lagoon with
Brooke Shields.
Brooke Shields, but see, now but that's almost like
14,
right? But if you're 14 and you're watching another 14-year-old, that's not bad. No, because we're saying when we were kids,
right? But there are 30-year-olds.
Now, if we watched it now, that would be a little taboo. That'd be a little weird. But yeah, okay. Shane also said Porky's. HBO was the bomb in the 80s. It was. I'm trying to go back here. I'll read some current ones.
By the way, you saw my Halloween outfit. I'm going to say this again. If it's not dirty, but sex education is written so good. It's not supposed to be dirty, but it deals with sex. Super, super funny if you haven't seen it. Or not funny, but
that was your Halloween outfit.
Yeah. So anyway, okay. So I think rings up because I've done this when I got divorced and moved. I got rid of I think every piece of furniture that I had, just to start, you start new.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. So I guess rings would be really something you toss. I don't know. It was just
No, same here. I did the same thing. I got rid of everything slowly. I redid the house over time. Made it what I wanted it to.
And then moved.
And then, that's right. Changed addresses. I did. I actually bought I sold my condo in the real world, not on the meta universe. I actually got money for it.
I was with you. I remember.
Dude, I went out with you when you were married.
Or it was ending.
Right after my stuff was going down. It was coming to an end. It was over pretty much. And you asked me to go see John Waite.
Oh, that's right. At the Canyon Club.
Yeah.
What a fun, right?
I
have pictures of that.
He sings love songs.
Yeah.
And here I am, third wheeling it. It was me, you, your ex, but your wife at the time. And I think, was there another couple there?
I think it was us. I think it was me and my friend Pat. I think it was like we were all dudes.
No.
And he's singing.
Your ex was there at the time, I believe. Mason Wallace says, if you're not boozing, you're losing. I don't know what that is in reference to. Okay.
Sure.
Thank you, Mason.
Drinking.
Here we go. I'm not losing. Sober October is over on Bender November right now.
I remember just random house stuff, and then I want to get back to the questions. I remember picking you up at that condo, and we were going to go to the Comedy Store, and you're like, okay, my realtor just left. My house is going on the market. And then we literally, you go over a hill. It's a 15-minute drive at the most, maybe a little bit longer. We park, we're talking, and you're like, yeah, hopefully this, and I'm asking for this price. And then we park the car and you're walking, and then you look at your phone, you go, I got a text from my realtor. I just sold my house.
Yeah.
And it was,
holy crap. I forgot you. Okay. Yeah. We were together.
Yeah. But you sold your house in 15 minutes. And you're like, I'm moving. I just sold my house. I literally have to pack up and be gone. We're closing in a week or something.
I couldn't believe it because it technically wasn't listed. It did a thing where before it goes on all the websites, there's another little site that realtors can look at before everyone else can see it in LA or whatever. Anyway, it came back with an offer like above asking price. I'm like,
right.
Well, how can I say no to that?
I'm wondering on my app if I could buy your old house. I might.
Oh, let me give you the address
later.
I'll give you the address. What do I care?
I don't
someone go buy my condo.
I don't think there's a Los Angeles game in there. So yeah, okay. So you can't.
Lori, I see Lori. I see Mason. I see. He said, "Ha ha ha!" Bender November. So we're live, guys. Ask questions. John was asking about the wedding ring. Is it bad for a guy to recycle his wedding ring?
I'm gonna say yeah. I would say yeah. I'm excited about getting it.
The girl, it can't make the girl happy, and you might as well get a fresh start. But I do think most women pawn the diamond, like you were saying. You got to get cash for that thing.
I wonder if there should be some type of thing at the place you buy it where the store offers to buy it back if it doesn't work out.
Like
each year you're married, like it just goes down like a click, so you can see the 20-year outlook of what you can sell. That would probably motivate some people to end it.
Dude, I bought. I'll tell you, I got lucky with the ring. I think, first of all, sorry, that's a good point. Yes, and the ring that I bought Jody is insured because it was, it's a good chunk. Hang on, Gabe Carp says if it reminds you of your past relationship, then you get rid of it. Yeah, good point. I think that's right.
So. Random other question, because I really want to get to it. And speaking of, what do you call it? Something November?
Oh, on a Bender in November. Okay. Bender November.
All right. So I don't have music because I can't play anything on this end, but I have a new segment for our show. I've put myself onto Amazon timeout because the level, and I have an Amazon list. I made a list that people can go to. I don't know how you'd find it. We'll post that link at some point of stuff I've bought, and people can buy it also. But I sent Alan a picture of something I bought, and I don't know if I should return it. So I'm going to show you a picture of it, and everybody watching, and then you can either keep it or return it.
Keep it or return it.
So Alan, if you could show the picture, but not in the 3 thing, like where you have to like look to the side. Like, is there a way to show that picture where I can still see John, or just show the picture? I have horrible internet anyway. Okay, that
I can
do the first one. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, yeah. So as you can see this thing, John. Okay, you can kind of see the price at the bottom. You can kind of guess the price. It's a little pricey.
$740?
Nah, it's young. I think it was $340. But anyway, okay, so see what that thing is? Each one of those containers, you put booze. So in one container, you put tequila. One, you put vodka. The other one, you put bourbon. And then it's like a Keurig coffee maker. So if you want an old fashioned, you take the K cup, you put it at the top, and you hit a button that says old fashioned, and it makes a perfectly made drink for you. Like, you can go cosmopolitan, and it grabs from all the different boozes. You load it up with your own booze for the 4 jars. And then you have cups that have different, like old row or something like old fashioned, cosmopolitan, margarita,
Moscow Mule.
Yeah, and they have cartridges for the drink. And so I'm having a little soiree, and I got that thing. And I don't know if it would be a novelty or... So I'm reading everyone's like, there's no mess. It pours it perfect. And you can pick strong, medium, or heavy on the pours. Yeah. Like, you can pick like how strong you want. Or Long Island iced tea, where just loads everything up. Just grab, and you can put it in there. So it's basically a drink maker.
My thoughts, and I agree with Shane Flint just left this message. He said it takes the fun out of making drinks.
Okay, but here's that. Let me be counterpoint. If you have 20 or 30 people over, don't you think that's a funner party thing that you're not making drinks? Like, who wants a bartender at a party? I don't.
Yeah, it's a neat thing. It's definitely like something to talk about, and everyone, it's a conversation starter, and everyone gets to play with it. I think it would wear off after a week.
Do you?
Maybe, or it could lead to you just doing crap on your own by yourself because you got the machine. I will tell you, like, the hardest I've drank ever was in college. My buddy got access to a kegerator, and we brought it in our house. And we thought, like, well, we're going to have to buy a keg. Now we own a kegerator. And so we bought a keg of beer, and it sat in the apartment. And every day you come home from school and you'd have fresh keg beer. And it was great. But then it's like, well, I got to get my money's worth, which means now I got to, you're going to be playing with it, which means you're going to be drinking a lot. So
if you have a little nightcap every night, and you just, you're pouring, and then you're pouring in shots, and then you're trying to make your thing. If you watch the videos, it's just smooth.
It could be. I see it could be a fun thing. Now it's more.
What are
than
the
just
comments? Because I'm not looking. Or is anybody in the comments?
Does it have K cups? Yeah. Brenda says, does it have K cups like a Keurig? Yes, it does.
Yes.
Planet Fitness, $10 a month for free Wi-Fi. I don't know what that does. Samantha says it's cheating. Jabari Ray says $340. Bump that.
Yeah.
So that's a little expensive for I think that's a little expensive for what you got. Now, in the picture, I just see 2 containers of liquid. One would be whiskey, one would be vodka. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Alan could grab if you type whatever that is, Barry's store, or no.
Does it come with the
maker
K-cups?
At YouTube? You can watch like a YouTube commercial of it. Makes it kind of cooler.
Does it come with the K-cups, or do you have to buy K-cups separately?
You got to get the K-cups-ish type thing separately. Okay. So if you run out of those, I don't know if you're like, if there's a button that just is like F my day and you hit it and it just throws everything you have into a glass, you know?
Yeah. What about soda water? Is there a soda water container? You know,
that is a good point. I don't know. There's 4 things. And I saw like you share a vodka and gin in the same thing. And there's a barcode at the top of your thing that makes the drink for you.
How long do you get to play with it before your warranty runs out, before you have to return it? I'd say play
Amazon.
with it. Huh?
I don't know. It makes a drink in 15 seconds.
Okay.
I don't know if that adds to anything.
Well, here's the video. Well, let's watch this. I got to see this.
Okay. Look at that. Look how nice that looks.
Premium cocktails at the touch of a button. Introducing Bartesian. From the comfort of your own home, you can enjoy quality ingredients and the premium pours you'd expect from a cocktail lounge.
Jim Beam, F and
Simply
vodka.
insert the capsule. Select your strength.
Yeah.
And enjoy.
Look at that.
No mess, no fuss. Just the perfect cocktail prepared in 3 simple steps.
And you talk like this.
I'm not seeing soda water. I see 2 containers.
Bartesian.
It holds 4.
There's 4.
It holds 4. So one could be soda water, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
No.
You know what, dude? There's a container in the back. I remember that you put water in. So the whole back is full of water.
Oh, like a coffee machine type.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you could put water in there. I imagine you could put whatever in there.
Yeah. So there's a back.
Dude, I could see this. I kind of wish I had it.
I use points to buy. I use points. So that number you're seeing.
Yeah.
I kind of got it for like not that. I had just these extra credit card points.
Yeah.
And I kind of figured it's Christmas coming. And I just got like, it's just a house gift. Like, you know how you want to buy something and you go, it's for the house.
Yeah. Do you already have it?
It's coming tomorrow.
Okay. I would definitely, when you get it, I would open it. I would look at it. I would see what return policy you have with it. And then definitely make a drink for a weekend or a day or whatever. And then I would send it back. But I would definitely play with it.
Okay. So I'm looking at the comments and I just Victor. Okay, I need Victor.
Yeah, he says
comment.
It's a great conversation piece for sure.
And he said, I had drinks from this before. I hate to admit it. It's amazing.
Yeah, okay.
So, right, you got somebody saying it's amazing.
Right, but Brenda brings up a good point. She says, alcohol is sticky and messy, so I wonder how you keep it clean.
It self-cleans. Now I feel like a rep. There's a thing I saw. It self-cleans itself. It runs
like
a cycle.
Bar of soap. Yeah, okay.
It runs a cycle. I'd be a good salesperson if I was really into the thing. But yeah.
Right. Alcohol itself is not sticky. Yeah. It would be.
It's not flavored alcohol. Vodka isn't sticky. All right.
Vodka's
Victor
not sticky.
Suddenly trying to cancel Brenda.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell her how it is, Victor. Yeah. He's right.
Right. So there you go. Then C68 says it's the Drunkinator.
Right, the Drunkinator.
Yeah, so what's so I'm gonna take, can we do this if you're watching? Because I get this tomorrow and I'm okay with buying just things, right? You know, I have no problem just buying stuff. This one is kind of where I'm just like, did I really need this thing? There's other things I could get, like windows that don't let snow in or better internet. I get it.
Yeah. Corey says you could have bought 10 cases of old Milwaukee for that.
He's got a point. Corey's got a point. So how many votes should I get? Should I ask for I'm gonna do 10?
Okay.
Just thumbs up or thumbs down, and we gotta count them. Oh
yeah. I wonder if I could do that.
We have to take like a calculated.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone, I'm going to count to 10. And when I get to 10, everyone in your comment section, put a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Wait, don't do it yet, Victor.
Right. Hang
on. Thumbs down. Not yet, Shane. What did John just say? He said he's counting to 10.
Right. Thumbs up. Thumbs up means he's keeping it.
Everybody hold your thoughts.
Hold up. And by the way, Shane, I said the emoji, not the words. Maybe he's anti-emoji. That's okay. I love you, Shane.
Okay. All right.
But When I count to 10. Thumbs up means you keep it. Thumbs down means he returns it. And
Okay,
here we go.
John, how are we going to keep track? Okay, let's just.
I'm going to count the thumbs up. You count the thumbs down.
Okay, Victor has a good point. Do you go at 10 or after 10? Like, are we going 10. On?
Oh,
so when you say.
First thing to 10.
So you're going up. Okay. So you're counting 1, like you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Like, what are you doing?
Like the countdown or the
Melissa, stop. Melissa, stop.
All right, I'm going to count to 10. And then when I get to 1, I'm counting backwards. My countdown will be 10, 9, 8. And then once I get to go.
Just go from 5. All
right, here it is.
10's too long.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Vote. I'm going to start looking. All right, I see Jabari Ray. That was at 8:42. Last thing that someone said was 8:42. That was How Was Woods of Terror. It was great. Oh, Brenda says thumbs up. Go for it. Oh, Wayne says thumbs up. That's 2 thumbs up. Oh, my God. It's going so fast. Melissa, thumbs up. Okay. Kelsey, thumbs up. That's 4 thumbs ups. Okay. There's lots of thumbs downs, too. I got 4 thumbs ups.
Wait.
They're mostly thumbs downs. I hope you're keeping up with the thumbs downs.
You got to be counting them. Okay, shit.
I'm counting thumbs ups. I'm not doing thumbs downs.
I'm already lost.
Okay. I think thumbs down's going to win, dude.
Really?
Yeah. Hang on. 1, 2.
Renee.
Okay. 1,
Although,
2, 3, 4. Nope. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. There's 5 thumbs downs and 5 thumbs ups right now.
Oh, mother.
It's tied. Okay. One more. Judy's got a thumbs up. That's 6 thumbs ups. That's 7 thumbs up.
Well, we're already past 10 people voting.
Yes, that's it. You have to keep it. You're keeping it, dude.
Gavin, if I'm saying it now, if we break down the analytics, is it the more dudes think this is cool, like than women? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Victor says, I know 3 people that are sending in their votes by mail.
That's hilarious.
Good one, Victor.
So I wonder if what do you think Amazon's thing is? Like, I wonder, could I try it, make one,
right?
And then,
well, if it's self-cleaning, just play with it for
like
a
lot. I've not returned stuff just because what a pain in the ass it is.
Now there is a stores now that you can just take it to. Yeah. Kohl's is a store that does that. Do you have a Kohl's there?
No, because I don't understand Kohl's cash. Okay, hold on. You have to be Jimmy says a lot, so I feel the need. You have to be kidding me. Everyone knows. If you pour it, it takes 3 seconds to pour a shot in. Hold on. Okay. Wait. Nope. You have to be kidding. Everyone knows if you pour it, it takes 3 seconds to pour a shot glass in. Try it. Pour the liquid and say 1, 2, 3. You have the perfect shot. You have a toy that is not necessary.
Right.
Jimmy just being practical.
Yeah.
But okay, let me add this. Let's say you have a new basement disco bar. And you have people down there for an event. Yeah. Is one person, right? How much does a bartender cost to be at a party? To have a bartender for?
So now is everyone going to line up single file at your machine?
These are our points. Now it's like you're at a Marriott Courtyard at breakfast waiting for the waffle maker.
You're going to buy a bunch of them, you know? How many people are? I feel like this is a cool thing to have if you're the most interesting man in the world, bachelor dude who has 1 or 2 friends over and has a lot of money, is trying to look cool or whatever. Like, I would have loved to have one of these right after I got divorced, So
you think, by the way, Lisa says light a dance floor, then already own it, already bought it. I got a dance floor. It's a disco light laser thing that you can make a shape, and then it shoots a square onto your floor, and then the whole square is lit up.
I need to see this. I
have it. It's in my basement. It's in my basement, dude.
But we saw I think you posted a video of you dancing.
Yeah, but you couldn't tell with the lights.
Right. You couldn't tell exactly.
Like the lights have to be off. Yeah.
I think we need a new video, an edited piece of the floor and the lights and everything. You know what I mean?
Do you need a fridge with an ice maker? No. It's very easy to make ice. So what is Victor saying? Is Victor making a point going, yeah, everybody, it's not necessary, but if you have an ice maker in your refrigerator, that makes it more convenient. Is that what you're saying, Victor?
Okay.
Is that what you're saying, or are you anti it? I'm confused, dude. I'm not going to sleep tonight.
That comment could go either way.
Oh, he's riding he's just walking the fence right there. Where you're like, I don't know if I'm going to cancel Victor or I agree with him.
He's saying we have a lot of shit that isn't necessary.
And then he said yes, and I don't know what he's saying. Okay, I was saying I want.
He
one.
wants
Thank
one.
you,
Victor wants one.
John,
open it, play with it, make a video, show us. We'll share it on the next podcast. How's that?
Okay, you can do upload on Amazon now. You can upload videos, and then because I'm a creator, I just signed up for it. You can too, but I can do live. I can do live video to Amazon.
Nice.
Almost like the home shopping network.
Oh, wow.
And then people come in, and if they buy the thing that you're showing, you get a kickback.
Oh, you got to play with it then. You got to try that.
Why
don't we do it next episode? We'll go live. We'll talk to Alan Jackson. We'll figure this out for next time.
And just make a drink and show you. Try to.
Dude, if you have everyone that's watching us now, if you're playing with that live, I mean, look, Victor wants one. That's one. One
Victor. Victor's a guy. Yeah, me and him might start they have those kiosks at the mall.
Yeah,
where they sell stuff. Me and Victor this holiday season.
I might buy one. I mean, if you're selling it, John, I might buy one for my friend Sean. I think he would enjoy this. Maybe Alan would like one.
Alan, can you pop in? Because I really trust your opinion on things, Alan. What do you? You're a man of you're a stature man. You're a gentleman.
Guy. He's a refined gentleman. Yes.
Of a thing.
I have already added this to my Amazon shopping cart.
Have you? Because I think because I even bought plastic. Okay, I'm having a swirl, right? So I just figure it's cool, but I bought plastic cups because it tells you put a highball glass in. It gives you margarita glass. It tells you what glass to have, and then it tells you if you want strong. It walks you through the steps.
Listen, I get
it's a little pricey. I get it.
It is a little pricey, but I get people's idea of wanting to have the experience of making the drink. That's cool the first time or two.
Yeah.
But when you're making drinks for a whole night for several people, it kind of sucks. So if I can do it more automatically, I'm totally going to do that.
Yeah, it might cut down
mess. Okay, so before the show, I have a little just pick me up before the show, and it's already just I poured a little thing like that. It was just all over the counter, and it's not. And then when I pour, I have a joke about this. I'm not doing my bit, but I do 6 glug glug glug, and it just I feel you get too drunk. This is just an easy way to make things clean and neat. But you do have to buy the pods, and then I did have to get the carousel that the pods come in, so it looks cool.
Dude, keep it. And when you're done with it, send it to me. I'll pay half price for it.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying? Because if it ain't broke and you send it to me, I'll use it and I'll give you half for it. I'll give you $120 for it. Maybe that's what we do. Which is we share it with all of our friends.
And Victor's saying if I buy it today, I have to January 31. Yeah, I just clean it up nice, put it back in there.
Yeah, totally. We got to wrap this one up, but I also want to let you know.
I'm done talking to you guys anyway.
I ordered a bunch of stuff on. I'm obsessed with. I like eating nuts, but I hate cashews. And anytime it's weird, I'm the only one that doesn't like cashews on the planet. I get it, but I love pecans. I love hazelnuts, and I love Brazilian nuts. So and they're not paying me to say this. There's a website called nuts.com. I just bought 5 pounds of pecans, hazelnuts, and Brazilian nuts. I'm going to make my own mix. Right.
Before we hang up, it was great to be live. I got to tell you this real quick. The guy didn't email me back, John, but you might get you might get a box of booze sent to your house. So someone might have to sign for it. But there's this bourbon company, Iron Smoke.
I love it.
They said, "Hey, can we be on your podcast?" Because I bought it and like it. And the guy who created it is that guy from I'll Stop the World and Melt with You.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, "Can we be on?" And I go, "Well, I can't have a glass of it, and then John Reep not have a glass on his end."
Right.
So he's like, let me talk to my promotions department. So you might be getting a thing, and then we.
Oh, cool, dude!
So
Thanks for that.
Random, so they.
All right, I'll toast you. Appreciate it. All
that
right,
thing got hemming nuts. There we go. All right, guys. Take care.
Thank you. We'll see you next
forget
time.
Everyone, I want to tell John Reep Poker Run coming out November 20th.
That's right. Thank you, John. And don't forget to come back here next week when we can hopefully see a video of John playing with his new toy.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. All right, guys. Take care. I know you got to run. I'm just hanging.
I gotta go, you ass.
Since you love the Heffron and Reep show, please go to iTunes and let them know. Rank the show and leave a comment. We don't care what you write, you know. They, Heffron and Reep, have low self